Okay, so today we're going to talk about a foundation that has a really interesting take on artificial intelligence. They think it should be treated less like some kind of complex machine and, get this, more like a musical instrument. So let's dive into how the Steven Anthony Morono Foundation is using that unique idea to make a real difference. And this quote right here is the key to everything. It comes from the foundation's namesake, and it just completely reframes technology, doesn't it? Suddenly, it's not this cold, complicated thing. It's an instrument, a tool for human creativity and connection. But look, this is way more than just a catchy phrase. This whole idea of AI as a guitar, it's basically the blueprint for everything the foundation does. So let's see what they actually build with it. So what does that actually look like in the real world? How do you play the guitar of technology for social good? Let's take a look at how that philosophy translates into a really concrete mission. At its heart, the mission is, well, it's beautifully direct. You can see it right there. They're all about making a positive impact in their own community. This isn't about some vague, far-off goal. We're talking about tangible, hands-on work, right where it matters most to the people they're trying to help. And they break that mission down into 3 clear actions. It's a smart strategy, kind of moving from proactive to responsive. First, they want to drive change, not just sit back and wait for it. Second, they provide support, which is all about meeting the needs that are already there. And finally, it all comes down to their ability to make a real, tangible, positive impact. That's how they measure success. All right, so we've got the why, that mission for the community. Now let's get into the how. How does this foundation actually pick up that technological guitar and start to play? So instead of trying to do a million things at once and spreading their resources thin, the foundation channels pretty much all of its energy into one single focused project. This is their main stage, their big performance, if you will. And that project? It's called Everyday Steve. This is where that whole musical approach to tech really comes to life. It's an AI-powered service built to help seniors fight loneliness and just make daily life a little easier. And it all runs through a simple tablet, designed to foster connection, not replace it. So who's the audience for this music? Everyday Steve is aimed directly at empowering senior citizens. The foundation clearly believes this is where technology can make a huge difference. Not as some confusing new gadget, but as a genuine tool for connection and independence for a really crucial and, let's be honest, often overlooked part of our community. Now, creating a project like Everyday Steve is one thing, and it's a big thing, but the foundation also believes that how they talk about their work is just as important as the work itself. And their main tool for that is the SAMP portal. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a digital town square for the foundation. It's just a central hub where anybody can go to find information and get real-time updates on what they're up to. The portal is basically there to answer 3 big questions you might have. First, hey, what are you guys doing? That's where you get information and stay updated. Second, okay, but how are you doing it? Which gives you a totally transparent look at their operations. And third, who's behind all this? So you can meet the team and the supporters, putting real faces to the mission. So we've got the philosophy, the mission, the project, and this commitment to being transparent. But what's the big picture here? When you put all these pieces together, what does it all really mean? Let's connect the dots. The real why behind all this is bigger than just one project or a website. It's about a really fundamental belief about how people and technology should work together. And here it is. This is the absolute crucial point. It is all about using technology to empower people, not to replace them. By focusing on seniors with Everyday Steve, the foundation is making a really powerful statement. That technology's best purpose is to strengthen human connection, especially for people who might feel left behind by it. So, when you boil it all down, the foundation's entire model comes down to this powerful combo: making a tangible, positive impact and doing it with total transparency. They believe it's not enough to just do good. You have to do it openly and honestly for it to really count. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought, bringing us right back to where we started with that metaphor. If technology really is an instrument like a guitar, what kind of music should we all be trying to create for our own communities? Something to think about.